So the internship program here at RCOE involves college students from various levels, from freshmen to graduating seniors and even master's students. And it's a 19 and a half hour a week program where we work with the interns to find out what they're interested in, what their career goals are, and how we can best place them within RCOE.
There was a little hesitancy in there, and then my second thought was, well, some really inexpensive labor, which I thought would be kind of a double-edged sword of sorts, and but things worked out.
The first thing I do is I let the staff know, all the managers here know, we have an intern coming, and these are the things they will not do. They're not going to file. They're not going to make copies. I don't even have to mention they're going to get coffee, because that's I make the coffee.
They're doing the work. So any one of them at any given time, I'd be happy to hire in any capacity to help support the work that I'm doing, the work that we're doing as a division.
My thoughts were that, should I take this over the job that I was being offered? This was closer enough, and this was something I thought would be more applicable. I was surprised. I've been doing a lot of things that are more related to what I'm learning, what I'm studying, so I've enjoyed it overall.
A lot of paperwork, working with documents, maybe processing admin stuff. Didn't really expect a lot of outreach, but I was wrong.
The movie scene intern person, where they're like, hey, I want coffee. And I'm like, all right, well, I guess I'm going to get coffee because I'm trying to impress everybody, so, but...
Be honest, have you gotten coffee for anybody?
Oh, yeah.
So that was my expectation. I thought everyone was going to be very serious, and, you know, because it was kind of like that for our orientation a little bit.
What we really hope supervisors do for these young people is really to serve as a mentor so that they gain practical experience. We really want our interns to have a project or something that they can take away with them in interviews or in a portfolio of work.
Because of the work that they're doing, we're giving them the real life experience in order to say that they have a skill, to put this on their resume, to really reach out to another employer and say, this is what I've experienced, this is what I've accomplished, and this is what I have as a result.
I think it allows me to feel as though I'm part of the organization, so then I can feel more confident that, yes, I'm also an employee, as like, you know, I'm not a separate part of a group where I'm not really allowed to be encouraged or I'm not feeling supported, but rather that I'm also doing the same things that everyone else is doing.
I've fully embraced coming in and wanting to learn and doing the job that either they ask of me or that I feel is required.
I think that was valuable for him, and then as a secondary item, I asked him to put together a report, a set of Excel tabs. I think there were like 30 different Excel tabs he put together, a presentation, and then he presented to the entire management team of the group.
Different things from creating presentations for our directors, mail merge, a lot of shipping out medals and awards, tons of that.
I actually did do a lot of outreach. Phone banking, calling students was probably the first engagement that I had with outreach, and that experience alone really helped me see what students are facing, and it gave me more interactions with what's the issues that they're facing.
They've given me a lot of freedom to do what I want, but also like not do what I want, but do it how I want to do it.
I'm grateful because we do want to break that mold of interns sort of picking up dry cleaning or grabbing lunch or those types of things, because, you know, they have so much to offer.
So, and I let them know we want them to have a meaningful experience. And by meaningful is they need to have the quality of their interactions need to have an impact. And when they walk away from meeting with you, they need to walk away with some knowledge. They need to learn something.
One thing I've learned out of this experience is that every challenge is an opportunity, and that's what I'm going to be hopefully applying in every job opportunity that I have, whether it be challenging, easy, it doesn't matter. I should take everything as opportunity, and that it all came to me for a reason.
There's been a couple times where I was able to put my own input in and people actually listen. Not that I'm just like the intern, so it's really cool. It's a really good feeling that they want to listen to me.
one of the directors in our department told me was to strive for excellence and not perfection. And you feel like you have to be perfect and live up to the standards. And so I feel like just to know that, like, at least if you're doing your best, then it is the best.
I really enjoyed that I was able to communicate with people and also understand how the organization overall works, how the different structures that impact all the different departments that are in and the people that are in the different positions, how they all work together to kind of come to the same goal.
You know, sometimes I like doubt myself like, am I even good at this job? But then I make sure to communicate with, you know, my supervisors, and like they kind of give me that reassurance. So now I know how to ask for help. I am excited, nervous, and confident about going into the workforce, especially because these last 2 years I have been researching ways to increase youth civic engagement, how to get more youth involved. I feel confident more going out and sharing my lived experiences and teaching others.
So the advice that I would give the interns that are stepping into a professional setting is take every opportunity that you can get, because you've been exposed to one of the highest expertise that you can get here at the county that you can take forward to wherever you may go.
Be who you are and move forward as you see fit. Success is what it means to you, and we don't get to determine what success means for you. You get to determine that for yourself.
Think about every experience you have here as how will you use that experience in an interview setting, because you're doing some real life work here, right? Applying theory into practice. And I think employers want to see that.
I'll be very honest, Cindy being my first one, I told Neftali I was going to handcuff her to the chair and not let her go. But I really enjoyed, I now see the value in the rotation and them being able to really learn the different units. And one thing I think I'm going to do better at is follow up with them, you know, toward the end or after, to see where I can improve and provide a better experience for them.
Many of us supervisors can't imagine not having them as part of our team. So I would just say, you know, good job, and, you know, take on the next challenge, because you're ready. They're ready. Our interns are ready.